This is Sophie Monk, and you're on withoutyourhead.com.
Welcome to the station of decapitation without your head. I am Nasty Neil, and I'm joined by German horror director Marcel Walz.
Good evening from Germany. Here's Marcel Walz. Yeah, you spelled it right. I'm so happy and excited to do the interview with you.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to talking to you. Now, you've done a lot of movies previously, and we'll talk about some of them momentarily, but I do want to talk about Blood Feast remake, because Blood Feast is actually one of my favorite horror films. And what is it about Blood Feast that makes you want to do a new version?
Yeah, Blood Feast is one of my favorite horror movies as well. I come to it later, how it came to it. So I think Blood Feast is exactly the right film to make a remake of. It's the first classic splatter film in movie history.
Mm-hmm.
And with today's equipment and technology from today, you can do so much more than they did 50 years ago. So I think it's time now to do a remake of this movie. And I even think the younger generation from today who didn't have any contact with the original should get the contact to the original. And, of course, through the remake, which I will make now, to get to know that this movie is the first splatter movie in film history.
Yeah. Now, I know from what I've read, Herschell Gordon Lewis has a cameo in the movie.
You read this? Oh, I don't know. No.
It was on IMDb, actually.
Yeah, it's on IMDb. IMDb, yeah. Don't trust IMDb. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Yes, maybe there will be a cameo of Herschell Gordon Lewis in the movie, but to be honest, I don't want to say too much about this. So be excited how he will be in our remake when it's finished.
You don't want spoilers out there. You want people to go in and not know exactly what's going to happen and be surprised and enjoy it.
Of course. But be excited. He will be involved in the movie.
Mm-hmm. That's very cool because it's his first horror movie, and a lot of people associate Herschell Gordon Lewis with that movie. He's the godfather of gore. So to remake one of his films and have his blessing, really helps out a lot.
Yeah, for me as well, it's amazing that I'm allowed to do the remake of the official remake of his first movie. He did a lot of years ago. And I would be more than happy if I can meet him in the near future personally, because I just spoke to him on the phone previously, but unfortunately I didn't meet him personally yet.
Yeah, we've had him on the show. I've never actually met him in person either, but he's one of my favorites. And he's got a movie. Just a quick plug for him. He's got a new movie coming out, which is great because he's been around for a long time and to still be involved in movie making.
Yeah, that's great because I think he did a lot of stuff in the past, and now you can learn so much from him. So I'm so excited how his new movie will be when it's out.
Yeah. Now, for your Blood Feast, the original Blood Feast, when you watch it now, it's kind of campy, which is part of its charm. What kind of feel are you going to go for your Blood Feast? Will it be straight up horror? Will it have some comedy in it?
Yeah, as I said before, it's over 50 years since Herschell made this movie. So, but our remake will be a straight horror movie. I think it's you have seen this in 2001 Maniacs from Tim Sullivan, but we don't want to go in the same direction he did. Mm-hmm. I met Tim a couple of years ago in Los Angeles, and this time I didn't know that I'm going to be hired making a remake of Blood Feast. But we talked about, he did a remake of Herschell Gordon Lewis' 2000 Maniacs, which he called 2001 Maniacs. I told him, it would be excited making a remake myself. And as I said, I didn't have in mind at this time that I'm going to be the director of Blood Feast 2016. But it will be a straight horror movie. So because the history of Through It Drums is evil and very exciting, and we are able to tell it now. So how it happens right now in the 21st century. So we just bring Blood Feast from 1963 to the present.
Yeah, it's updated. Fuad Ramsey's a great villain in the movie. I actually I wear a top hat at conventions, and it's got a lot of my favorite characters hand painted on it, and one of them is actually Fuad Ramsey's on the right. Uh, so Mal Arnold is fantastic as the original Fuad Ramsey's. I don't know if you've got a chance to ever speak to him, but how did you choose Robert Russler for the role as Fuad Ramsey's?
Yeah. About Mel Arnold, I haven't met him. I haven't talked to him personally yet. So, but I would love to hear what he thinks of making this remake, and later on when he sees the movie, how Robert will act as Fuad Ramses. So hopefully I can talk to him in the future. But yeah, about Robert Russler. For the production company Gander Entertainment, it was important to occupy each character or each main lead in this movie with an actor or actress who's known in the business and also known in the horror genre. And yeah, it was the decision of the production company, but it was my suggestion as well. We had a couple of actors in mind, and the production company was in contact with a lot of actors. But finally, we decided that Robert Russler fits best for the role of Fuad Ramses. And yeah, I think we're good with it.
I think it's great casting because we talked to him recently in Texas.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, and he told us about this. This was before it was like officially out, so he asked us not to talk about it, online or anything. But what really, in my opinion, really sells him as for that role is he has very intense eyes, which I think is what is needed for the role of Fuad Ramses.
For Robert, yeah, you're absolutely right. For Robert playing Fuad Ramses with his eyes, so he plays the role, or he will play the role perfectly. So I've seen it on the social media pages where he posted some videos. And he has sent me some stuff via mail as well. So when I get up in the morning, I have a video from Fuad Ramses on my cell, and things, yeah, amazing how he acts already, because we didn't start shooting yet. And being together with Caroline Williams again, which I didn't know that they played in Tales of Halloween
just recently,
about 1 year ago, and yeah, it's a reunion. But it wasn't planned from my side or from production side. So, but I think it's perfect because I know Caroline for a couple of years. Robert and Caroline know each other. So I think they fit perfectly together in a team, and they do the best to support the remake and the Ramses family.
I think it's great. Not only is it, there's two levels there. Obviously, you want some name value, like you'd mentioned, because there are people who love horror movies and they'll follow the actors that they like from these different iconic roles, but I actually think they really fit the movie too, and they're both very good actors. So it's a win all around.
Yeah. I think both are great actors. I've worked with Caroline 2 years ago in my last international movie. And I met her about, I think for Caroline 4 years ago, something, or 4 or 5 years ago. I met her here in Germany on a convention. And I can't wait to work with her again. So she's an amazing actress. I know her from her old appearances in Texas Chainsaw Massacre or Leprechaun, which are one of my favorite movies. And it's an honor for me to work with her again and starring Robert as Fuad Ramses. Yeah, I just can't wait to start shooting in about 2.5 weeks from now.
Oh wow, so it's coming up quick. And I do want to mention that you guys have an Indiegogo campaign to help fund the project. And we'll have the link on the website.
Oh yeah, that's nicely. Yeah, we have an Indiegogo crowdfunding campaign. So of course we would be more than happy that if everybody who loves horror movies, who loves the original Blood Feast, would support this campaign. As the movie is already fully financed, so it's not a campaign to fund the movie itself. It's for some more special appearances we have in mind, and they are planned already. And for making even better special effects, Ryan and Megan Nicholson from Twosome Cruisome Effects. They will make great special effects. They've worked on so many major projects from major studios in the United States. Presently, they are working on the new X-Files series, and they have a great budget for making special effects. But we want to make this budget even bigger, that they can make it even more brutal, more gory, so every horror fan will be satisfied. So I would be more than happy if everybody who hears this interview grab the perk. We have Blu-rays, DVDs, and all that stuff there. So even if you just want to spend $5 or something like, even $5 is a support in indie filmmaking.
Yeah, and this is more to help enhance the movie to make it better, not necessarily it's y'all or nothing. Like if you didn't get the money you were asking for, it wouldn't be made. But if you get the money, then you can just enhance the movie, and it can even be, like you said, gorier and have some extra bonus stuff in the film.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
And yeah, so there's a lot of cool. Plus, I believe actually Robert Russler's video is up on the Indiegogo website too. Well, one of his is up there.
Yeah, one of his movies is up there. Every actor did a short movie for the Indiegogo campaign, and Caroline Williams. I think the camera just surprised her during lunch in the afternoon, something like that. But everybody wants to push the company, this campaign, and to make it successful.
Yeah. It's pretty cool, actually. You guys had some props up there where you could get an actual bloody prop from the movie, and all 5 of those have been claimed already.
Yeah, the small props have been claimed already, but beware if we raise the more money we raise right now, and for the next step is at 30%. We will have some new perks. Everybody can be excited. We have some more props from the movie, and some bigger props, and some part of special effects that are used in the movie, and you can buy them later. You can get them as a perk later on.
Very cool.
And we have a quite nice vomit bag, and as I said, Blu-rays, but all that stuff.
Yeah, it's nice that it's always when you guys have fun with the different perks. It makes it more fun for people who want to help support it. And some of the stuff isn't very much money either. Like a bloody apron you could get with for a $45 donation.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's quite cheap here. With your support, you don't only give money. You earn something for it. You earn perks, and as you said, the apron or the vomit bag and all that stuff, or for the classic fans of us, a VHS,
the vomit bag, that's great because that was actually handed out at the original Blood Feast, so that's a great connection to the old movie.
Yeah, we wanted to keep, as you said, the connection to the old movie about the story. For example, we wanted to keep as close to the original as possible. Mm-hmm. So if you're going to watch the movie later on, you will find a lot of parallels to the original Blood Feast, mm-hmm. and you will. Of course, there is some new stuff in it because now it's 50 years later.
Yeah,
but
it's like the basic idea is the same.
The basic ideas, we will follow the basic ideas of the original movie.
Mm-hmm. One thing I really am a big fan of the original, not just because I have you on here, but one of the things I really like is I think the theme, like the score in it, is very like menacing. It's very kind of over the top, like boom, boom, boom. Are you going to keep any of that in the new one?
We already finished the main theme, so I had a look at it already, mm-hmm. And will be online in a few days or in a few weeks. It depends on the production company, but we finished the main theme, and you can be surprised, and there will be a connection to it, of course. Mm-hmm. As I said, it's a remake, but we will make a new style of it. So our composer, Klaus Freundner, I worked with him on another movie before. He did great work, and the theme is absolutely outrageous. So I really love it, and it's nice, extremely mystical, and yeah, you're gonna love it as well.
Yeah. Now, I want to mention, you talked about your previous films. Actually, we have listeners all over the world, and one of our most loyal listeners is Vera Newhoff from Germany, and she had always said that her favorite films are Le Petit Mort 1 and 2, and she was the one who actually, suggested we have you on. This was before the Blood Feast remake, and so. What's that like for you as a German filmmaker? You make these movies, and then people talk about them with the internet, and they start to be seen in other countries.
Yeah, it's always amazing, I did La Petite Mort 1 in 2009. It was one of my first movies with a budget, so with a very low budget, but the first movie who was financed by another producer. So it's very special for me if people like it and really support the movie worldwide. And that's why we did La Petite Mort too. But nevertheless, of course, it's always something special. For example, if I go on vacation to the United States and we go to Walmart or Best Buy and I see my movie standing there in the supermarket, it's always something special. I don't think this will stop in the future anytime, because as movie making is a passion and I love it. I love what I do, and I'm more than happy that I can say, yeah, what are you working? I make movies. Mm-hmm. So it's always something very special for me.
Yeah, you just mentioned seeing your movie at Walmart or the supermarket here in the United States. In Germany, what's that like? Like, where would you see your movies? In like a local store, or would they be harder to get?
No, you can buy them in a local store. Censorship. We have censorship in Germany for horror movies. Mm-hmm. So they get a rating like they do in the United States, and sometimes if they don't get a regular rating, even the unrated might be edited for content. But only for the gore or horror scenes. So you can find my movies here in the local supermarket as well. But they are sometimes, for example, La Petite Mort is edited for 10 minutes. Mm. So it's quite short. And they really did cut out about 10 minutes of the movie. Wow. But nevertheless, the uncut version is available as well. But you can't buy them in the supermarket. You can get them on conventions at the weekend, mm-hmm. or through the internet, through European websites or resellers. Yeah, we have in the supermarket, you can find it, but it's been edited, as I said before. You can buy it in the supermarket, of course.
Yeah. So when did you decide, making movies is what you wanted to do?
Oh, yeah, everybody has a wish when he's a child or mm-hmm. he's a teenager. It came to my mind, quite early. I was thinking I was 8 or 10 when I wrote my first script, something like that. It was just a short story about 1 page, something like that. But I really had in mind that I wanted to do this as work in the future. But I didn't believe at this time that it would come true, because every child has a wish. Sometimes they come true or not. But when I was a teenager, about 14, 15, I really finally made a decision. That's the way it should be in the future. And I did my best that it works.
Mm-hmm. Was there, so were you always a horror movie fan growing up?
I really was a horror fan growing up. So even one of my teachers found in my backpack a horror movie. My mom didn't even know that I had it, because I bought it in a rental store. It was Scream, and then the teacher in school asked me to stay there in the afternoon, and they called my mom, and she was surprised about it, but she protected me in this case. So that was one of my first movies I had. This was Scream, and was at the age of 12, 13, something like that. And it's rated for 16 in Germany. So officially, I wasn't allowed to own it at this time. And it's still, or the Scream series, are still one of my favorite movies.
Yeah. Well, what are some of the other movies that really really stuck with you at an early age?
Yeah, as I said, the Scream trilogy at this time, but Halloween, of course, I don't watch Halloween only for Halloween. So Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3, Friday the 13th. My favorite one is Part 6 in this case. And I Know What You Did Last Summer. Yeah, that's just, I can go much further. And I think we could talk about this for the next 10 hours, the movies I like. So, but the teeny slashers were the ones that influenced me most when I was a teenager. So,
your movies Le Petit Mort, they would a lot of people would put them in what's the new term, torture porn. What are your thoughts on that term itself, torture porn?
Yeah, I think torture porn. It says. Or torture porn means that you show torture scenes explicit. So I think porn, of course, everybody who doesn't know the genre thinks he's making porn movies or something like that, or nude movies. I don't mind saying, he's the master of torture porn, but that's a kind of a part of horror movies. But I would love to make something different as well. But personally, my favorite genre is the horror genre. So
yeah, and when you're in the horror genre, there's all different types of horror. It doesn't, it's not just gore or zombies. There's all different things you can do in horror, which makes it exciting. But
Blood Feast will be, I think, a classic splatter movie. The effects will be handmade. You can call it torture porn in a new way, a little bit of it. But before, with smaller budgets and so on, it's much easier. For example, La Petite Mort 1, I told you, was the first movie which was produced by a third party. At this time, for example, it was the best I can do for that money. So, and the best was at that time to make a torture porn movie, because you should show the brutal gore itself, and nobody is thinking about the story of the movie. But this will be different, of course, at Blood Feast.
Yeah, I thought the actual special effects are really good in Le Petit Mort 2. And I noticed in the credits it said I believe the effects were done by the Gruesome Twosome. Is that somebody or people that you work with in other films and you will continue to work with?
Yeah. The Gruesome Twosome, that's the company when Ryan and Megan Nicholson worked for indie films. And I met Ryan and Megan. It was about 5 years ago as well. 6 years ago already, for La Petite Mort 1, because he presented the original La Petite Mort. And then I worked again with him on Seed 2 in 2013. And from this time on, we had really a lot of contact with each other. We called each other on the phone quite every week. And us three, we have a great relationship to each other, great friendship through the last 2 years. And then he worked with me on La Petite Mort 2, and he did great work and great special effects. And personally, it's like this. I know what I expect from him, and he knows what he can expect from me. And we fit perfectly together as a team. And so that's the best we can do personally. Working together and making some new horror movie.
Yeah. Now, how did the Yui Bowl cameo come about in Le Petit Mort 2?
You want to hear what happened? What really happened, or
yes, yeah.
No, I'm just joking. Yeah, I just Uwe Ball. I was in contact with him about C2
Mm-hmm.
2 years earlier, and he made some world sales for me. And I just gave him a phone call, and when he was in Canada, and said, "Yeah, here I have Lapatimo 2 finished, and I need a special appearance. Would you please make a short movie, a short scene for me?
Uh-huh.
I'm going to send you the script, how it should look like." And yeah, one day later, I got an email attached with this short video.
That's great.
That's how it worked. So.
Yeah. I'm actually a fan of Yui Bowl. We've had him on the show, and I really like. I actually like his current videos that he puts out, where he's just basically just yelling about people. But he's very outspoken. I find him very entertaining.
Yeah, that's right. He's very outspoken.
Can't say I agree with everything he says, but it is very entertaining.
Yeah, I think Uwe Ball is a great guy as well. So he really says what he thinks, and yeah, a lot of people say I don't like his movies, but yeah, but they buy them.
Right.
They don't like it, but they watch it every time he makes a new movie. A lot of people come out and say, "Yeah, what a shit! I don't like it," but they buy it or rent it anywhere and have a look at it. So.
Uh-huh.
That's how it works. They are talking about him, so
yeah,
I think he does it the right way.
Mm-hmm. Now, what are some of your favorite current horror films that have come out in the last few years?
Yeah, about horror movies the last years. One favorite was Evil Dead, of course. I was waiting for that remake quite a long time, and it was a great remake. And of course, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, produced by my lovely Krista Campbell, and yeah, Scream 4 the last years, of course, and yeah, not a horror. The last one is not a horror movie, a classic horror movie. The Boy Next Door. It's quite a nice movie, I think so. But yeah, those are the major movies. But for this year, it was not bad. The remake of Poltergeist was not that bad, but
yeah, there's a lot of people really hated it, but I just I thought it was fine.
Yeah, it stays close to the original. So I don't know what sometimes people expect from it. So
Blood Feast. You said it. No matter what, it's going to come out. But people can come and go to the Indiegogo campaign and help enhance the movie. So that's very cool.
Yeah, of course. As I said before, I would be more than happy if everybody has a look at the Indiegogo page and just grab a perk. Even if you say, I just want to spend $10 or something like that, just grab a vomit bag, or a script. We will have some more perks in the near future. So supporters and make a statement for indie filmmaking.
Yeah, and it's very cool that everyone involved in the movie has put up their own little video up there, because it seems like everyone involved is excited in the project.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Everybody is really excited and is happy to join our team, and we're all very happy that Gumbo Entertainment gives us the chance to be part of this remake.
And when we talked to Robert in Texas, he had mentioned that he himself is a big fan of the original film.
Yeah, he is. Oh, yeah. I didn't know before, but now I understand why he's that involved or in the story already. Or because, yeah, as I said, it's amazing how many pictures or videos I get every day from him, where he is already acting as Fruit Ramses.
That's great. So he's actually getting real into the role already. So it'll be good to work with him. We didn't mention Sophie Monk. We actually had her on the show a few years ago. It was a real brief interview. Very lovely woman, and that's another good person to have involved in the film.
Yes, I'm more than happy that we have Sophie Monk within our cast. I have I don't want to say a list in my mind, but she's one of the actors I really wanted to work with in the future. When I had a look at The Hills Run Red a couple of years ago, I really liked her performance. I was so surprised and happy when I had a look at the cast list that Gander Entertainment already hired her as for the role of Penny Ramses, and I can't wait to meet her in the next weeks and to work with her on this remake.
Now, did you write the script for the new Blood Feast, or are you just directing it?
No. I'm just directing it. Gander Entertainment already did all that stuff, the pre-production. They already started with it, and we're looking for a director. And at this time, they already had the script. They had some actors attached already, and we're looking for a director. And yes, they asked me and they came to me. What do you think of it? And would you be interested in doing the remake? And then I had a look at the script, and I said, yeah, whoa, yeah, of course. Not only because of the script. Blood Feast is one of my favorite movies that really influenced me, and I would be more than happy doing it.
Yeah, that's great.
You know where I had to look at Blood Feast first. It was in I think when 1998, 99. I was 15, something like that. I had watched Serial Mom. I don't know. You might know this movie as well.
Yeah, John Waters film.
Yeah, right. Serial Mom, and they have some small scenes on the TV inside the movie.
Yeah.
That's why Blood Feast came to my mind. I googled it, what kind of movie is in there, and that was the first time a couple of days later when I watched Blood Feast, the original one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's interesting because I believe John Waters is a fan of Herschell Gordon Lewis films. And,
I think so.
Yeah, I think he might even be in one of the more recent Herschell. I think that might have been Blood Feast 2 that came out a few years ago. I think John Waters has a small part in that.
Yeah, I think I can remember as well.
Yeah, I don't want you to give anything away, because we want to be surprised when we watch it. But in the script or in your mind, you have some cool death scenes.
Yeah, we have some really cool death scenes. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not supposed to speak about it.
Yeah, of course.
So, but you can expect some really cool stuff inside the new movie. And if you want to know what kind of death scenes we definitely will have inside, if you haven't done it before, watch Blood Feast, the original one again, and yeah, you will already know some of the death scenes we will have in our new one.
Excellent.
Because we were talking about all the actors and so on, I don't want to forget about Sadie Katz, who will play our great goddess Ishtar. Twisted roles in the movie because Fuad Ramses will adore her, and I want to mention Sadie Katz as well. So because she's quite important, or very important for me to have in this movie as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely, and she also has a nice video up on the Indiegogo page.
Yeah, of course, she's a nice girl. And she visited Europe a couple of weeks ago, and she will be here again in 2 weeks. So everybody can be excited what she will play, or how she's going to play the goddess Ishtar.
Nice. And will Robert have white baby powder in his hair, like the original Fuad Ramses?
No.
Right.
No baby powder. No. No baby powder at this time.
Excellent.
We will color his hair. No, I'm just joking.
Excellent. Well, thanks. It's been a pleasure to talk to you. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, thanks so much as well for this interview on withoutyourhead.com. And I'm very thankful for this interview tonight. And join our campaign and support the feast.
Excellent. I'm really looking forward to Robert Ressler looking in the camera and saying, "Have you ever had an Egyptian feast?"
Yeah.
All right, thanks.
This is Herschell Gordon Lewis. If you know who I am, God help you. If you don't know who I am, God help you. But what you're watching here or listening to is Without Your Head, and I can tell you that I have contributed to the loss of your head. So thank you for being there.